My name's Abraham Gray, and making this introduction is very overrated. Actually, shoes, overrated. Buying businesses, underrated. Let's go. Andrew Tate is very overrated. I don't understand why anyone likes this guy. I know I made a couple reaction videos to him and I got a ton of comments, a lot of hate comments. I don't see why everyone likes him that much. I see that he does say a few cool things, but overall, very overrated. Social media is very underrated. Most people I know use social media, just for friends and family and stuff like that. I use social media to make money. I literally make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars every single year just from having my social media accounts. If I didn't have social media, I would be making millions of dollars less every single year. I use it to find more properties, connect with people, network with business. I'm reaching out to owners. People see what I'm doing. People send me deals. There's so much stuff I do with social media. It's unbelievable. Besides Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, we have LinkedIn. That's how you find all the business owners. That's how you connect. There's so many things with social media that can make you so much money that people don't utilize correctly. You got to put yourself out there. You got to let people know what you want to do. And if you put yourself out there, you're just going to get a lot more deals. Expensive cars are very overrated. For me, a car, the most important thing about a car is getting me from point A to B, not having any issues, not having to have to take it to the shop or having any repairs. And I want it to be in good shape. I want it to look decent. I want it to smell good, not have any problems, not have any, wear and tear. But there's no difference between a nice $30,000, $40,000 car and a nice $300,000, $400,000 car. Yeah, sometimes they go a little bit faster or they look a little bit snazzier, but to me, it doesn't make any difference and it's very overrated. Teslas are very underrated. The only way I could really compare a Tesla to another car is Android users to iPhone users. Tesla is like an iPhone, and basically anything besides an iPhone is another type of car. Anyone that has an iPhone will understand this, but there's just so much more you can do with it. First off, you don't have to ever stop and get gas. It's just a smart car, right? You don't even have to have keys. You could do anything you want with it. It does the craziest things you wouldn't believe, more than any other car I've ever seen. On top of that, it's cool, it's comfortable, and they keep coming up every single year with more and more different versions where you could just drive longer and longer without even having to charge. Investing in real estate is very underrated. The way I make most of my money is with business, and most of the richest people out there made most of their money with business. However, real estate's probably right there on the second. You could make a crazy amount of money in real estate, and on top of that, it shelters you from paying a lot of taxes. It has the easiest way to make a lot of passive income, and you can just keep growing your portfolio to where once you buy one, you could buy two, you could buy five, you could buy multifamily, you could buy commercial. So there's all kinds of different things you can do with real estate. Even the richest people, even though they made most of all their money in business, most of them all own real estate. There's a reason why. It's very underrated. It saves them money and it's a lot of passive extra income. College. One of the most overrated things that you could possibly bring up today. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Most people I know that went to college, probably 90% of them, haven't used any of the stuff that they learned to do anything with their life that was productive and make extra money. Actually, most people that I know that went to college are in debt and are worse off than not going to college. If you really want to learn something, figure out who can teach you that or find some stuff that's very, very detailed to what you want to learn and just learn that stuff. It's going to be a lot cheaper and you're going to learn a lot more. That's a tough one. That's not really overrated or underrated because dogs are the cutest animal that, people have as pets, and people that have dogs, it's like their family. It's like their kids. So some people maybe, make it a little bit overrated, but then a lot of people make it very underrated. So I'm kind of neutral on that one. I could see how dogs can make a very big impact on anybody, on anyone's family, and anyone's life because they really love you all the time. No matter what, your kids, you're going to get in fights, this, that. Dogs, they're always going to care about you. They're always going to love you. They're always going to be on your side. So that one, I would say is definitely, if anything, a little bit underrated, but I could, maybe go a little bit neutral because some people go crazy on the other side. Cats are very overrated. I don't understand why anyone has cats. So I buy a lot of properties, and the worst properties that I buy are ones that had cats in it. Man, they just stink up the house. They make a mess. They piss all over the place. It's hard to get that stuff out. Everyone that I know that has cats, they're not like super like affectionate and cuddly to them. Obviously there are cats that are, but if you want a pet, get a dog. Don't get a cat. Waking up really early is very overrated. That blows. Like, waking up early is ridiculous. Who the hell wants to wake up early? I know a lot of people wake up early. I think it's just because they're just in that routine and they're used to it. But anyone that's like neutral would say, look, I don't want to wake up early. I'd rather sleep in. I don't understand why people have to wake up early. It just doesn't make sense to me. Very, very overrated. I can't manage the whole day if I wake up early. I don't feel good, and it's just my whole day is unproductive. So I need to sleep in. So waking up early sucks. What are expensive clothes? I don't even have any. Shit, that's got to be super overrated. Like, I dress like a bum or average half the time. I don't see any difference between dressing up fancy. I actually look at a lot of these people that dress up fancy as like, why are they dressed up fancy? They're snobs. They're not even going and doing anything that they need to dress up. I honestly don't even own a suit. I haven't even been to a wedding in a long time, unless they let me go to the wedding without a suit. But yeah, very super overrated. I like just being comfortable, and for me, it's not comfortable to dress up. So if it's comfortable for you to dress up and have fancy clothes, then it's fine, but I don't see how could it be comfortable. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Out of curiosity, did you wear a suit to your wedding?
I did not wear a suit to my wedding. I actually have some wedding pictures I could show you, but I wore a white pair of pants and just like a shirt. That's it. It was actually on the beach, so. NFTs are very overrated. With that being said, I don't truly understand everything that there is to do about NFTs, but what I do know is the people that are very, very smart with NFTs can make some money. However, 90% of the people that are into NFTs, I feel lose money because it's almost like a pyramid scheme that the 10% that are making all the money on it are stealing all the money from the other people. That's what I get for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, it's super overrated. I don't understand it. And people that are not super intelligent that know about them, that get into it, seem to always lose money. I would say day trading is very underrated. The people that are really good at day trading, I know do very, very well. However, most people that want to get into day trading and just do it on the side, they aren't very, very, smart with what they're doing. And yeah, they have some good days, but I think overall they lose more than they make. And it's very, very frustrating when you're losing money. So I think they're more miserable when they lose than how happy they are when they make it. Unless it's your full-time job and you know really, really a whole lot about it, I probably would say stay away, and it's very overrated. Axe throwing is super underrated. Every single time I go there, people are having the most fun I've ever seen. People are screaming, yelling. I mean, they're with they're with their coworkers. They're on dates. They're just having a blast. I've never seen people have so much fun when I go to my axe throwing place, especially when it's packed and it's the hype and it's going crazy. If you've never thrown axes before, you need to go to a local place near you, throw some axes, and tell me what you think. But I think it's way underrated. Way underrated. It depends on what type of mini golf you're talking. If you're talking about the old school mini golf that like people used to do back in the 80s and 90s, that's probably a little bit overrated. But if you're talking about the new mini golf, the stuff that like just came out in the last few years, that stuff is definitely underrated. It's so cool. There's all kinds of games and different things you can play. There's all kinds of tech. It's very fun. You get to eat, you get to drink, you get to hang out with your friends. Everybody has a blast. It's very, very similar to axe throwing. Yeah. 9 to 5 jobs are crazily overrated. There's not much to say. I think everybody understands that, basically to have a 9 to 5 job, you just don't have control of your life. You pretty much have to do whatever your boss is telling you to do. The whole thing about living is to be free and to enjoy life. And it's hard for a lot of people to enjoy life if they're just committed all the time to have to do stuff. And most people that have 9 to 5 jobs have 9 to 5 jobs that they don't really enjoy. Now, if you have a 9 to 5 job that you enjoy, that could be a little bit differently, because the people that really enjoy their 9 to 5, those people it could make sense for. But most people I know that have 9 to 5 jobs really don't like going there, and that's just crazy overrated. That has to go back to college. A lot of people went to college because their parents said they have to go to college and they have to get 9 to 5 jobs. It's just truly nonsense. Chick-fil-A is one of those that I'm not going to say is overrated or underrated, because that one could go either way. I love Chick-fil-A. Unfortunately, they haven't sponsored me yet. Have they? Have they called to sponsor me yet? No? All right, anyway, they haven't called yet, but I love Chick-fil-A. I go there a lot. It's my go-to whenever I need to get lunch fast. It's the best tasting fast food place. It's probably one of the only fast food places I go to, but there's so much hype of how good it is, so that's why I can't say it's underrated, but it's definitely not overrated, because everybody knows how good it is. The gray method. What's the gray method? The thingy. The thingy. Oh, the thingy. Thingy. Who's this guy over here? You know what I mean? What you laughing at? The reach. What's the reach? Now you're talking about reaching. That doesn't sound really great either. No, but seriously, the gray method. I mean, that's the most underrated thing that I've ever seen in my life. Like, what could be more underrated than that? You go through everything that you could possibly want to know and learn about business that you don't learn in school. You learn everything from A to Z. When you leave, you're going to be the most creative person and be able to solve any type of problems and be able to buy businesses and other stuff very creatively and improve your life. Adam Sandler's a good looking guy. I mean, I'm just kidding. That's a little sus. Adam Sandler is definitely underrated. He's a very funny guy. Like literally, you know, there's a handful, maybe 10 comedians that I really love to watch. He's definitely one of them. He's funny with everything he does. He has funny songs, funny, you know, skits, funny movies. I really enjoy watching him. He seems like to be a really good guy. And again, he's not like super bad looking either. That's because people say he looks a little bit like me. Yeah, I hear all the time when people go up to Adam Sandler like, damn, Adam Sandler, you look just like Abraham. He's like, yeah, I've heard that before. Being a millionaire is probably overrated. Really, any person out there, whether a millionaire, not a millionaire, $100 million millionaire, they're really all the same type of person. Everyone, you know, is pretty much the same. The only good thing about being a millionaire as opposed to not being a millionaire is you can kind of do more stuff than the people that aren't millionaires. I would say that when I go out, most people don't know if I'm broke, if I'm a millionaire, if I have 100 million. No one would know because I just, you know, I act just like anybody else and I dress probably worse than an average person. So you probably actually think I'm a bum, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit overrated, except for the fact that you could kind of do whatever you want. And you know, just being a millionaire though, I don't think you can still do whatever you want because $1 million these days probably doesn't go that far. But once you get to like multi-millionaire, it's kind of cool because then, you know, you don't even care what the bills are for when you travel, when you do this, when you do that. You just, if you want to do it, you just do it. But as far as on a social level, it's super overrated. Taking advantage of people is super overrated. There's no way. What? What, you should take advantage of more people? No. Taking advantage of people is super overrated. There's no reason why anyone should ever take advantage of anybody. Like, I try my best to never take advantage of anybody. It always comes back to get you in the ass, and you should never take advantage. If you are a good person, more good things are going to happen to you. So if you really have to get further in life by taking advantage of people, then, you know, you're not at the right part in your life, and you need to figure out other ways to do it. Very overrated. My bad. My YouTube channel is the most underrated thing that's out there. You need to like, subscribe, comment on other videos you want to see me make.